So there I was, sitting in this hurricane, wearing the same outfit for the third day in a row, about to do my makeup for no reason for the third day in a row. And I figured, why don't I just film it this time? I have nothing to do. There's nobody here but me. Everyone left. So here we are, you and me. So if you want to see how I got this look, my daily makeup routine, then pay attention. So the first thing, I use two foundations, by the way, which is dumb, but I don't care. So I use this Maybelline Fit Me Stick Foundation first, kind of as, well, I don't use concealer, which is why I use two foundations. I know, I do my makeup weird. Don't judge me. Look, I'm almost out. So I just put this in the areas I feel I need it most, and then I end up looking like this. And then I take my damp beauty blender, well, it's a Real Technique sponge, and I just blend it in. Okay, first layer done. There goes my sponge. Okay. Ow. Then I take my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. And I love this foundation because one, it comes in a shade pale enough for me. Two, it's cheap, it's like $6. And three, it's actually like a good foundation. All the beauty gurus say so. I just take the little spatula and I put it on the flat end of the beauty blender. And of course I blend it down to the neck because we can't have that foundation line. Oh, and the shade I use is Porcelain, the lightest shade, obviously. I know, I'm just like slapping my face with this. It's very violent. It's a violent process. The next thing I do is my nose contour, and I just take this NYX Wonder Stick, and this is just where I do the contour. It's very simple, but I like it. And then I take a small brush from e.l.f. and I just blend it in.
Nose contour done.
And then I take my bronzer and I put it on my cheekbones. And around my forehead. For that summer glow. Just kidding, I hate summer. Summer's over. And sometimes I'll just take my sponge again and just kind of like smooth it out a little bit because sometimes I go a little crazy, but that's okay. Okay, so I just got this Coty Airspun baking powder and it's very messy. Like every time I open it, it just like explodes. It's already all over my hands. Whatever, beauty is pain. And I just pick up some baking powder with my sponge yet again. This thing is very useful. And then I'll, oh my god, that one's a lot. Oh well. Baking for me is the most important step in this process.
Because it just locks in my makeup. And smooths it out and just is magical.
Okay, so while I was baking, I just filled in my eyebrows a little bit with my eyebrow pencil. And now I'm just gonna dust off my bake. It smells like old lady makeup, but that's okay. Beauty is pain. Okay, so after I dust off my bake, I do the most important step of all, my fake freckles. So I use L'Oreal Paris Magic Root Cover Up. This is pretty crazy, so you guys are gonna want to pay attention. You just basically like spray it at your face, but push the nozzle down like lightly. It takes a minute to get right, like it's kind of difficult at first, but okay. And I just cover up like this part of my face because I only want my freckles to be like here and above. Okay, here they are so far. Should I do more? I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, I'm done. As you can see, it did get a little bit below, but that's okay. I'm just gonna take my sponge again and just kind of make them less intense, and I wipe them off of my eyelids because I don't want them there. Okay, and that is how I do my fake freckles. So the next thing I do is blush, and I just use this thing. It says bronzing powder, but it's kind of pinkish, so I just use it as blush. And I take my e.l.f. blush brush and just put it there. And I just put a little on my nose. Wow, that's a lot. Just gonna take my powder brush and kind of just put it everywhere. Okay. Then I'm going to take my Wet n Wild highlighter. Very pretty. And just put that on my cheekbones. You see that glow? I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. Then I take my NYX Wonder Stick yet again and use the other side, which is a highlight side. And I just take a little bit and put it on the tip of my nose. Like so. Then just any old time I remember, I put on eyebrow mascara, and I use NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Espresso. Okay, now we're moving on to the eyes. So I just take this e.l.f. liquid liner that I've had forever. Like so long, and I don't know when it's gonna run out, but it's still going. So, and I just do a thin line on my upper lid, like a very thin line. And I pretty much always mess this up, so maybe not this time though. But we still have a whole nother eye to do, so I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Not too bad. Then I just take my NYX pencil liner and I just kind of put it like on my upper waterline, if that makes sense. Like that. Then I take my Maybelline Total Temptation mascara, and I mostly focus it on my outer lashes just because I I don't know, I just like that look. And then I take more highlighter, and it just looks like this. And I just pop it on the tip of my nose. And on my upper lip. Just like that. Just for even more of a glow. And then I just do whatever lip color I'm gonna do. Today I'm gonna use Wet n Wild gel lip liner. It just looks like that.
Beautiful.
And now I'm just gonna go over it a teensy bit with this e.l.f. lipstick in Wine, just to give it more of a berry flavor. I've been loving berry colors lately for lips. I don't know why. Just going through a phase. And now it's time for setting spray, which I always forget, so this isn't really accurate for a daily makeup routine, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, here she is, the final look. Wait. That didn't work. Hold on. Anyway. Oh my god. I'm loopy from all the baking powder I inhaled. And the setting spray I inhaled. Anyway. Subscribe. And if you're in the hurricane like me, stay safe.